Hold up. What's up, good people? It's your boy Hoom Boom, and this is the Hold Up Show. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone is having a blessed day. Let's start it off right. Thank you, God, for blessing me to see another day that you have made. Thank you, God, for all the blessings, past, present, and future, that you have bestowed upon me. Thank you, God, for my courageous guardian angels, my angelic ancestors, my loving grandparents, and to you, the Most High God. Thank you for saving my life. Thank you for saving my life. Thank you for all the guidance, all the knowledge, all the tutelage, all the protection. Thank you for saving my life. Thank you, God, for revealing my enemies to me. Thank you, God, for removing these individuals from my life. It's another beautiful day in nature. I was just witnessing a heron flying around. And was just observing and staring. And just admiring and appreciating the nature of such a bird. One I wasn't familiar with until I went on this spiritual journey, or until the divine called me and I discovered that he was there. And as I was just watching this bird, it was almost like I was marveling at its movements, at how it was shaped, at the uniqueness of it, the color. It was like a bluish gray. And it was just in this environment, and it was just being, and it's like such a creature, such a beautiful animal does not know what it looks like, does not have a mirror. It only just remained the spirit that it is, and instinctively just knows how to survive and move in the land that God created for him to be. And as I was watching it and appreciating what I was seeing, I was understanding that sometimes I think we have to recognize the beauty within us that doesn't come from a reflection. It just comes from a knowing inside. And when I say that, I don't say it in a way like how you dressed or how your hair is fixed or anything like that. I am talking physically, but I'm talking like some of these quote unquote things that people say, oh, she don't look that good, but she got personality, or something like that, where it'd be like, motherfucker ugly but they cool as shit, type of deal, right? Is that's because that person's soul shine way more than whatever we was viewing in 3D. Whatever their avatar looked like that they didn't choose, that does not dim their internal light. It does not dim their soul. It does not diminish who they are. And then you could see a quote unquote beautiful person, handsome person, or whatever, right? And they could get to opening their mouth and you see their soul is ugly, their soul is damaged, or their soul is not in good faith. Like they don't have good intentions for no one, not even themselves. And then you get to see that person in a whole different light. Like they almost become ugly to you. You almost you all but sometimes grow a form of disgust of the soul that is, that you see in them. You know what I mean? The soul that they're possessing, or And I've always liked people with good souls. Like you just feel it off of them, no matter how you perceive them in a 3D light or physically or whatever, whether it's like potentially someone that, like a guy looking at a girl and they're cool, but it wasn't necessarily something that he was looking to pursue. They were just a guy and a girl, and he just finds her cool, but not in a sexual way. Just knows that her spirit is in the right direction. Like it's just a good time. It's a good vibe. You get a sense of healing from that person. Some sort of sense of fulfillment when you interact with a person. And then some, like say another person who's genuine or who's in that light, and they describe this individual to you, and they say, oh, they're such a beautiful person, they're so hilarious, or they're so this, or they're so that, or whatever attributes they're describing, but the main attribute is that they're beautiful. And then it sets a certain expectation in the person that was told or described to this individual, and then when they meet them, they're automatically expecting to see something physical to match the description that the person gave them. And immediately, most times when people don't see that, then their head first thought is, what is this person talking about? What beauty? What you know, pretty or handsome or whatever, like, what are they talking about? And then they get to talking to them. They get around them. They get introduced off the first whiff of their walk-up air. First gleam they see in their eyes. And that handshake, that talk, that, hey, how you doing? Or, hey, hello. They know, they feel it. Oh, okay. They start busting it up just, and it's like, oh, I get it now. I get it. I'm starting to see and feel. I'm feeling some of those descriptions that this person was giving when they were describing them to me prior to meeting them. And then those individuals, and they'd tell them like, yo, yeah, they was cool as hell. You was right. They was blah, blah, blah. They good, you know. I don't mind hanging out with them all the time. It was a great time. I told few of those jokes or whatever interaction, I went and told so-and-so about me hanging out with them. And now that person wanna just be in their essence. They wanna admire this beauty. They wanna feel that. I think most people in the world want to feel that, want to spread that, whatever that is. Some call it essence, some call it aura. Some call it spirit, some call it soul. Even though I personally think soul, your spirit is the personality of your soul. That's why you can see so many quote unquote people who have quote unquote sold their soul. However you feel selling your soul is. And they'll still be in good spirits. They'll still be looking like they're living it up or enjoying their circumstances or whatever, you know, living their life, you know, because they obviously probably ain't got much time because they sold their soul, right? Or they might keep them on that mission for whatever extended period of time, but at the end of the day, they know they sold something that they'll eternally have to pay back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, let's say at best, you live to be 90 years old. And you had 30 of the greatest years any human could have experiencing what we call Earth. But you gave up something for eternity. Eternity. That means you first turned your back on God, your creator, your father, and then you turn your back on yourself. Then you turn your back on your ancestors, your lineage, your bloodline. Then you turn your back on the future. And that's like, some people think it's worth it. I don't think some understand it's an eternal thing. It's almost like you got a credit card with a $500 limit, but your bill is $1 billion with at 20% interest. Like, you know what I mean? And say, what you say? 500? Let me get that 500. You gotta read it. You gotta check right here for the terms and conditions. Oh yeah, right. You said 500 right now. I just don't think no amount of anything, especially knowing what I know now, because I think at first it would have. In my old ways of thinking, of course it would have been. Oh, I wouldn't do that to myself. I wouldn't sell myself. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, knowing what I know now, is no way I would ever turn my back on God. On God. On Jesus. On the angels. All the archangels. Whatever description of angel, all your angels. Guardian angels, all that. Then your ancestors. You know, the powerful lineage leaders of your ancestry. The ones who started the bloodline that was the first of the source. Because we all come from the source, but they say that they were the first additions he made. Everything came down from them. It was God. Then it's your ancestor, whoever that was, or those two. And you go down from there. No way. I also see, like, we living in a time of popularity over integrity. Because people are they're willing to move like no one's looking. It's like me just trying to be a righteous person. That means I was seen for doing things when no one was around to pat me on the back for them. Because that's what I wanted to do. Because I'm actually trying to be the best person I can be. I'm not looking to maliciously or intentionally or deceptively or anything like that to anyone. You know? And God seen that. God seen that. He told me. He seen that. I got saved because somebody been looking when nobody was looking. Because I wasn't doing, I was seen when I didn't know nobody was looking. Because that's not the point. I don't care if someone was looking or not. And I want people to know that somebody's looking. Somebody's looking. Somebody's looking. Somebody's looking. All the time. All the time. Everything you do. Everything you do. And I mean, that don't even mean like physically what you do. It mean what you think, what you imagine, what you know, just everything. Like they see, they hear, they feel the energy of it, your spirit. It will never lie. It will always tell the truth no matter what you talking about. It's like, why do people want to be popular? So much that you'll fuck up your integrity. Like, I mean, is it that serious? Is clout that serious? Is smear campaigns that serious? Ugh. And it's like, so much imposter syndrome. Says people do not want to be themselves. I understand being influenced by things, but it's just wild sometimes. I just find it so at peace just to be yourself. Like, just be your good old natural self. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't value being popular. And then on top of that, to have to give up my integrity. You know, whatever I deem as my integrity. Because people are going to live their life. They're going to do what they're going to do and be who they are. There's always going to be good and bad. I don't know, maybe I'm just a soldier for the good. And always have been. And I'm happy to be on this side. Because I feel like this is the side I belong on. These are like the most difficult videos to make. Because you see so much. And you just try to be ready to fight the battles for God. Because when He calls, you're going to know He called. You're going to know you got a mission. And it's hard to express sometimes. I seen people just doing all types of spell work, just all types of, I don't know, just God saved my life, man. I had people really trying to take me out of here. Possessed. Chose a path to give me up for their own selfish personal gains. Because I was the one to give up because I wouldn't see it coming. I would never see these people. I wouldn't be looking at these people. But the devil didn't know the way God made me. He always had me seeing these people. He said, you leading with your heart too much. You let love blind the deception. You doing too much. You gotta sit down and see what's going on. You got something holding you back purposely, intentionally, deceptively. You really got energies that been forever keying in your face, but really wanting you to die, wanting you to fall, wanting you to fail. Even to throw whatever concoction they could get information on at the wall just to see what sticks on you. And I had to learn the cruelty of this world in that manner. It's like I knew it was cruel, but when you understand how cruel, it gives you a whole nother perspective of the word cruel. Because you'll have to be a cruel individual to move in such a manner. It's like now I fully got the poison up out of me. Feel like I done purged all of that feelings and emotions. It's like lately I've been just crying tears of joy. person who never used to cry at all or do his damnedest not to cry. Now, I got no problem crying tears of joy. And it feels good. Man, I love my ancestors, man. It's like you can never ever underestimate the depths that a person or people would go to cause you harm, to cause you delay, to cause you holdups and devastations and stagnations and just loss after loss. So lately I've been expressing myself musically, even though that was a love of mine that I stopped doing long ago because I just didn't like the politics. But felt good, you know, the therapy.